Hey, this is Rocket Brain Surgeon. I bought the T-34-3, a huge mistake, but I'm really enjoying it. It's so bad, not necessarily for the tank itself, but I already have a Type 59, an IS-6, a 112, an FCM. I just don't need more premium tanks. I even have the KV-5 and the SU-122-44. I have credit makers all over the place. And since I'm really not grinding any lines at the moment, I don't really need any credit earners because I have nothing to spend my credits on. So I really didn't need it. The tank has a very poor reputation. The gun is just derpy as derp can be. But I'm having a lot of fun with it. The idea of a 390 alpha damage on a tank is just so good. And it has that tough turret, which I really love. It has the camouflage, which I really enjoy. So it's almost there. If the accuracy was just a little bit better, it would be the perfect tank for me. But the gun can just get derpy at times. I have the 112. I know the gun doesn't work, but my idea was, hey, on a medium tank, it's easier to get shots, so who cares if the gun is derpy, right? And that partially works, and it partially doesn't. The heat round still penetration at 250 isn't going to knock your socks off, but it's going to get the job done when necessary. The 175 penetration, you can have lower penetration on a medium because you're coming from different angles. I'm side scraping with a Panther 2 in front of me. I'd make a mistake by not going for the turret. The turrets on a lot of German tanks are fairly poor. And I could load a premium round and just laugh at him, but in general, for my credit makers, I don't want to load premium because at that point, it's like, why am I not driving the better version of this tank? For example, an IS-6, why wouldn't I just drive an IS-3 instead of spending money on premium ammo? You know, that's what I'm thinking. But I really enjoy this tank, and this is going to sound dumb. I enjoy it because it's bad. It doesn't have any gun depression, the aim time is terrible, the accuracy sucks. But when you have to struggle with something, that helps you grow. And so my play has been getting a lot better with this tank. I've been raising my average damage in Tier 8 premiums with this tank, even though I can't win a game to save the life of me. Through 30 games, I think I'm winning 35%. Just really terrible. But I'm learning a lot, and I feel that my play is improving. And when I go to actual good tanks, I score better with them than previously because I've learned a lot of new things from struggling with this bad tank and bringing those learnings back to the good ones. For example, this shot that I'm going to take here, notice how I'm pulling out into the open. It's very sideways. I'm not making any attempts to protect myself. And it's actually a mistake because the aim time of the tank is so long. There's just too great of a chance that I was going to take damage there. Now it worked out fine, I guess. I missed the shot, but I didn't get damaged. But on a tank like the T-54 or T-62 FCM, there are a lot of tanks where you can just pull out and then pull back in with very minimal exposure because you don't have to aim. However, with this tank, that's not the case, and it's given me time to think about how I peekaboo and how I should try to limit the damage in the future. I just fired a heat round through the front of a T-28. I know I said I don't like shooting premium with my premium tanks. However, we're talking about learning here, and I've learned that the gun just will not damage a T-28 from any angle without gold ammo. It's not possible. It's, yeah, if you're directly on the sides or directly in the back, it will damage. But for the most part, the gun is too inaccurate, the penetration too low. Shots just get absorbed too much. I've also tried a whole bunch of different setups with the tank. I've had stabilizer, a gun laying drive, and vents to do everything in my power to get the aim time down. And it was very interesting to play it in game. So the tank would aim in, and then I would have 4 seconds where I was aimed in, and it's like, okay, well, this is dumb. I'm just sitting here. I really could use a rammer. And it made me think about how I pre-aim before I expose myself. So when you traverse your tracks that increases the reticle bloom. So I would try to pull out more of straight in and straight back, not turn around on a corner, just to keep my aim time low. And so that's really helped with my aiming in long aim time tanks such as this one. So now I don't need to stack a stabilizer and a gun laying drive. I'm just a little bit more careful about how I set up my engagements. Yes, it's limiting, but again, when I go to my good tanks, I can take that learning there too. So in that shot earlier where I exposed my side when I pulled out and said, yeah, this is pretty dumb, I'm not attempting to protect myself, the reason why I was pulling straight in and straight out and not turning my front towards them is because I wanted to reduce the aim time it would take, because I knew I was going to have to make a snap shot, and turning a corner like this increases the reticle size to something that's completely unwieldy. But there are different ways to do it, like side scraping is absolutely a better one. Angling, so you're at least 45-degree angle instead of 90-degree angle, exposing your sides. So I'm learning a lot with the tank. I think the tank is a ton of fun. It has 390 alpha damage on a very mobile platform. What you're watching right now is my first ace game in it. This is 4,000 damage. I'm going to keep playing this tank, even though it's bad, because it's a lot of fun.